Hello everyone, my name is Ananya Rajput, a law intern at Lexis and Company. So today I'll be going to talk about cybercrime. Now cybercrime is any criminal activity that involves a computer, network device or a network. While most cybercrimes are carried out in order to generate profit for the cybercriminals, some cybercrimes are carried out against computers or devices directly to damage or disable them, while others use computers or networks to spread malware, illegal information, images, or other materials. Now, some cybercrimes do both, that is, target computers to infect them with viruses, which are then spread to other machines and sometimes entire network. Now, a primary impact from cybercrime is financial, and cybercrime can include many different types of profit-driven criminal activity, which includes ransomware attacks, emails, and internet fraud and identity fraud, as well as attempts to steal financial account, credit card, or other payment card information. Now, cybercriminals may target private personal information as well as corporate data for theft and resale. Cybercriminals use a number of attack vectors to carry out their cyber attacks and are constantly seeking new methods and techniques for achieving their goals while avoiding detection and arrest. Now, some of the common types of attacks cyber criminals have been known to use is distributed DOS attacks are often used to shut down system and networks. Now, this type of attack uses a network's own communication protocol against it by overwhelming its ability to respond to connections requests. Now, DOS attacks are sometimes carried out simply for malicious reasons, but they may also be used to distract the victim organization from some other attack or exploit carried out at the same time. Then, infecting systems and network with malware is used to damage the system or harm users by, for example, damaging the system, software, or data stored in the system. Now, ransomware attacks are similar, but the malware attacks by encrypting or shutting down victim systems until a ransom is paid. Now, phishing campaigns are used to infiltrate corporate networks by sending fraudulent emails to users in an organization, enticing them to download attachment or click on any link that spread virus or malware to their system and through their system to their company's network. Now, credential attacks, where the cyber criminal aims to steal or guess users' ID and password for the victim system or personal accounts, can be carried out through the use of brute force attacks by installing key sniffer software or by exploiting vulnerabilities in software or hardware that can expose the victim's credentials. Now, cybercrime can begin wherever there is digital data, opportunity, and motive. Now, cybercrimes include everyone from the lone user engaged in cyberbullying and state-sponsored actors. Cybercrimes generally do not occur in vacuum. They are in many ways distributed in nature. That is, cybercriminals typically rely on other actors to complete the crime, whether it's the creator of malware using the dark web to sell code, the distributor of illegal pharmaceuticals using cryptocurrency brokers to hold virtual money in escrow, or state threat actors relying on technology subcontract to steal intellectual property. Now, cybercrimes may have public health and national security implications, making computer crime one of the Department of Justice top priorities. In the United States, at the federal level, the FBI Cyber Division is the agency within the Department of Justice that is charged with combating cybercrimes. The Department of Homeland Security, also known as DHS, sees the strengthening the security and resilience of cyberspace as an important homeland security mission, and agencies such as the US Secret Service and US Immigration and Custom Enforcement have special division dedicated to combating cybercrime. Now, there are certain things like how to prevent cybercrime. While it may not be possible to completely eradicate cybercrime, business can reduce their exposure to it by maintaining an effective cybersecurity strategy using a defense-in-depth approach to securing systems, networks, and data. Some steps for resisting cybercrimes include develop clear policies and procedure for the business and employees, outline security measures that are in place about how to protect system and corporate data, use two-factor authentication apps or physical security keys, activate two-factor authentication on every online when possible, verbally verify the authenticity of requests to send money by talking to a financial manager, create intrusion detection system rules that flags email with the extension that are similar to company emails, carefully scrutinize all email requests for transfer of funds to determine if the requests are out of the ordinary. Thank you.